Hi, YouTube family. I have a concern that came out actually a few months ago because I happened to be watching a particular life coach. Oh, no, not life coach. I think it was a relationship coach on YouTube. And actually, I guess there were more than one. There was more than one relationship coach. But from listening to this one particular coach, it seemed like this guy was teaching people how to manipulate and fool other people into falling in love with them. And to me, that's extremely scary. I mean, the guy meant well, and what he was trying to do is teach women what men want. You know, he wanted to teach women not to be psycho, not to be emotional, not to be over evaluating their situation, how to be calm and cool, collected, the way a man would want their future wife to be. But what concerned me was this guy, instead of teaching the women to get to the root of why they're emotional or why they're insecure or why they're uncomfortable in certain situations with a man, even sexually after your first time together. Instead of evaluating and figuring out why you're feeling insecure, he just kind of walks them through, go through these actions, go through the movements of behaving normal, behaving like you're under control of yourself, of your emotions, behave as if you have it all together. And I'm like, well, what if the woman doesn't have it all together and she's putting on this incredible mask for the guy? And apparently a bunch of people write in and say, oh, they got married and the guy proposed, So my hope is that the woman actually changed through going through the motions, that her character actually grew, that she learned to take care of the problem underlying her insecurities that created her behavior, her bad behavior. Just because you correct bad behavior doesn't mean you're going to correct the problem that caused the bad behavior. So, the relationship coaches that are out there, I feel like, yes, they're doing a good service because they're teaching people how to behave better. But then again, I kind of wonder, are they teaching some people how to mask their bad behavior and present themselves well so that they can catch, this is so creepy and scary, but so that they can catch their target and manipulate their way into marriage. Now, does that sound like something my channel is all about? It's about narcissism, and narcissistic tactics are very similar to this. The narcissist has learned how to stay calm, put on a mask, say the right things, behave in ways that are appealing to the other person, but not really reflecting who they are. So once they get their target, once they get that person into a relationship, a committed relationship, or that person to fall in love with them and even marry them, then their real character comes out. And actually, I kind of wonder about these relationship coaches, because a person doesn't heal just because they mask their behavior. A person heals by going in and figuring out what causes bad behavior, or sometimes, minor bad behavior, you can just adjust and go, oh, I just didn't know how to behave in a certain situation, so now I know. And that is fantastic. And I hope for the most part that this is what's happening in the relationship coaching, that the person is just learning how to behave in certain situations because they never knew before, what's the appropriate behavior. My concern, though, is for those who want to learn how to manipulate others to attract them, even though inside of them is this boiling hot, kettle that's just going crazy, and yet they're just masking it on the outside in order to capture their love interest. So one of the things that I had heard is you you smile more. You don't let them on to know that you're feeling insecure about them not calling you back. You don't let them know that you actually want to control everything about them, so you don't tell them you can't go out with your guy friends, or are you spending more time with your girlfriends at the coffee shop? And I'm thinking, okay, if you're being controlling, let's figure out why. Let's figure out why you feel like you got to control this person. Is it because you don't trust this person to not cheat on you? Is it because you're scared of abandonment? I mean, those things do not go away just because you learn not to say things to them. Just because you learn to behave as if you don't care if they run off with their guy friends every weekend on a week, to the bars or to the golf course or wherever they're going. Just because you act like you're the perfect wife or the perfect girlfriend or the perfect husband or perfect boyfriend doesn't mean that that's how you really feel about the other person. So, and another concern is the other person isn't really getting to know you. They're not really getting to know who you are and what your faults are and what your weaknesses are, and are these the kinds of weaknesses that we can complement each other and help each other through. And I just feel like, boy, are there going to be a lot of fake relationships out there built on fake facades? All these facades of people coming out like they're the perfect, most chill, incredibly beautiful and supportive and kind and compassionate, but they're not really on the inside. They're just getting all these life coaching skills from a relationship coach. Anyway, that's my concern. I wonder what your thoughts are on this. Let me know if you've seen any people who behave like this. To me, it kind of seems like the narcissist is the ultimate student of the relationship coaches because they implement all the right things. They learn and they know how to love bomb. They know how to pour on to idealization. They know how to make the other person feel incredible. They know how to make the other person feel loved. They know how to make the other person fall in love with them. So I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, these life coaches are giving narcissistic lessons, and that's just really concerning to me. I hope that, I haven't watched all of their videos, by far. I've watched a few, but that is a really big concern for me. The relationship coaches are also teaching people how to be coy and how to play this cat and mouse game with their target so that their target becomes intrigued or entranced or just grab their interest. How do you get them all like, oh, maybe now I'm insecure and now I need to chase you, how to get their target to chase them back. And it's just all manipulation to me. I'm just wondering, these are some skills and some people out there know how to do this. Now everybody's going to learn how to do this. And I'm just kind of wondering if it's not really coming from the heart, it's not really coming from a place of goodness inside of you, then what's going to happen when you catch the person of your dreams or your target and they find out you're not really coy and sweet and interesting, or you don't really have that much in common? It's just crazy to me. But anyway, well, you got to be safe out there because there are going to be more and more people who are masking who they really are because of all of these all of this coaching that's going on online, how to not be yourself and how to be somebody else, somebody else's dream guy or dream girl, but not actually change yourself or heal yourself or improve yourself to become that dream person for them. And not that you're trying to become a dream person for another person. It's that you want to be a better person for you. Choose the character you want to embody and become that. And that will attract the kind of person that you will fall in love with, that will fall in love with you. So anyway, YouTube family, I hope that this has opened your eyes to a few things. Also gives you some warning that there are going to be more people who are not going to be themselves. So you got to dig a little deeper. You got to spend a little extra time and give them the time to show you who they really are, because they can only fake it for so long. And you'll start to see that, oh my gosh, they have been wearing a mask. This isn't really who they are. They just happen to learn how to say the right things or do the right things for a period of time until they run out of it, or a new situation comes up that hasn't been addressed by the life coach or the relationship coach. And so in those situations, they are going to behave as themselves, as their real who they are. So that's when you'll get a glimpse or a view of who you're really dealing with, and not just someone who has learned how to mask and how to act. So YouTube family, I hope this has helped. I hope this has been a good warning for you, and I hope that you have lots of good experiences going out there. Enjoy dating, enjoy the people that you're with, get to know them, and I wish you lots of love and hope, joy, and wholeness. So if you like this channel, I ask that you would please subscribe, ask that you would comment or like my videos, and I hope to hear from you soon.